don't know how close to the end we are, but before we close it out, would you rather the Bears make it to the playoffs and lose in the wild card round, or the Carolina Panthers be the worst team in the league? And I know, honestly, we can have both, but I'm just saying, if you, more than likely, we won't get both. We could, in theory, but I just don't think that's going to happen. But
if I had to choose one, it's easily Carolina be the worst team in the league.
I knew you were going to say that, because I think the opposite. I think easily, to me, I think it's the Bears make the wild card, because I think then that would mean Justin Fields is good. And if Justin Fields is good, we don't need the first overall pick, because we'll be a destination, we'll have $1 billion, and we'll still have 2 first-round picks, and we could just trade up to get whoever we wanted.
I understand that. But to counter that point that you have, Justin Fields can still be good, and they can win 9 games, not make the playoffs, and Justin Fields still have a really good year because the defense is still unproven.
Yeah.
But you get that number 1 overall pick next year with the hype. There was no hype for any of these quarterbacks this year. The hype that is being generated by not just Caleb Williams, but Drake May as well, and the fact that Marvin Harrison Jr. is probably going to go number 2 overall next year. You think about the package that we got for the number 1 overall pick from Carolina this year. Imagine what it would be like for the number 1 overall pick next year.
Oh, yeah, I know. I mean, any pick you have in the top 3 is going to get you more than what we got probably this year. I do want it. I'm just saying, that's why I think it's a good question. Like, I outside of the season, it's easy for me to be like, oh, just like last year, I was like, oh, I wanted us to tank. But I feel like every loss hit me in the stomach. Like, even though I wanted to lose all year and I knew we sucked, every game that we were in that we lost, I was mad afterwards. I'm like, we could have, all week, I'm like, one fucking throw, we could have won that game. Like, so I just think if I can only have one, I think I would want the Bears to make the playoffs and Justin Fields have a good year. I mean, the package is a package. Either way, it could turn into it's just a fucking mystery box. Like, you know what I mean? Draft picks are just that. They're, you know what I mean? Marvin Harrison Jr., the guy we pick at pick 20 could be just as good as Marvin Harrison Jr. was. So it's just a lottery ticket to me. And in reality, if there was somebody we really wanted, we would have two first-round picks anyway. The Carolina's not going to be worse than top 10, so we'd have pick 6 and pick, if we made the wild card, 21, and we could trade those to get whatever we wanted, really.
I understand, but when you're taking a look at, let's just say they're 9-8, and they just missed that wild card spot or whatever, and you take that number 1 overall pick and you trade it for more assets. Now you said it's a lottery ticket. Now you have more shots at that lottery ticket to build on that 9-8 team and potentially build it into a dynasty. So instead of a 9-8 wild card, just appearance where they lose, now you're building for the future, and you have a potential, instead of being 9-8 for the next year, now you have the potential of going 12-5, winning the NFC North, getting a first round bye, hosting a playoff game, going to, you know what I'm saying? I
kind of see what you're saying, but even the number 1, let's say whoever we get in the first round, more than likely is not going to be unless it's Marvin Harrison Jr. And even then, what rookie do you add that catapults you into the best team in the NFC? Like,
because I want to be like Philadelphia, where we can be in the talent acquisition phase and still be a good team and still pick in the top 10 and be able to take a chance on somebody like Jalen Carter.
But what I'm talking about is what I just said happened with they made the playoffs and they got like a top 10 pick, and it was fine. Like, yeah, sure, they would have won. Yeah, it would have been nice to have the number 1 overall pick and do whatever the hell you did with it. But I feel like when you have a playoff team, good players will want to come play on your team. And also you can trade some of these picks to get good, like A.J. Browns and J.J. Watts and these guys that will be good and be better than any rookie you're going to get, and then make your push.
Yeah, but they're not building that way.
Yeah. Oh, I know that. I'm just saying I understand that. And I know if Ryan Poles could have his way, I think he would think the same as you, that he wants that number 1 overall pick again. And so I know he doesn't want to lose, but his job's safe. And if he gets that number 1 overall pick again, uh, the Bears will be built into something that will last for a long time. So I'm not saying that I don't. I just think I would be more happy that we made the playoffs and Justin Fields was, looking good.
Now,
Than we
if
got
you
the
were to ask me, if you were to ask me, like, would I rather the Carolina Panthers be the worst team in the league and get the number one overall pick, or make a Super Bowl run and Justin Fields play out of his minds? That's a different story. If
yeah
it's just a wild card appearance, I'm going to take the number one overall pick. I get
yeah
what you're saying because
yeah
it's still exciting either way.
yeah
If they make the wild card this year and Justin Fields plays out of his mind, I'm probably singing a different tune because I'm gonna be pumped and thinking the fact that, hey, this team has maybe they can make a New York Giants type of run where they go into the wild card and make a Super Bowl run.
yeah
I think it's
yeah.
possible.
Yes, and like I said, and Bears fan dream, both of those things happen. In reality, we could win the Super Bowl and they'd be the worst team in the league. So, and I mean, the Panthers probably. I don't think they will be. I think Andy Dalton's a quality signing. I think they have a really good defense. So, on realistically, I don't see them being worse
I
than
think
like.
they go 6-11,
Yeah,
7-10.
I don't think they'll be worse than like 5. Um,
Yeah,
so
I'd agree with that.
I guess Andy